All right, so before we get started, I wanted to just bring to your attention a particular mudra that I will call to your attention. I'm going to mute you guys all though right now. Let me do that. Mute everybody. Okay, so I just want to make sure you see me clearly enough right now. When it comes to the point in the practice where I ask you to take arrow mudra, I think most of you know it, but just as a reminder, so you'll bring your palms together because we're probably going to be in a standing split when we come into this mudra, so that's a little different. Palms together, clasp your fingers together, and then release your index and your thumb. I've also, like in class, I've referred to it as Charlie's Angels mudra, kind of looks like a gun kind of too, but that is arrow mudra. So when we first go into it, our index fingers will probably be pointing down, but so just keep that in the back of your brain for a little bit, and go ahead and have a seat on your mat. Sit in easy seat, easy pose. And welcome to Vinyasa Flow this Tuesday morning. What is the date? April 21st, I think that's right. I need to be reminded of it every once in a while. Okay, so we are going to start with a different mudra right now. So as you're sitting in easy pose, you're going to take your right hand and place it on top of your left. So palm on top of, so the back of your hand on top of your left palm. And your thumbs will touch and they'll kind of form a triangle. And rather than having your hands resting all the way down in your lap, I'm going to ask you to bend your elbows and just kind of bring your palms up a little bit closer to your chest. Not necessarily contacting your chest, but just kind of right there in front of you. So that that thumb that's in the front, that represents the self with a capital S, so your true self. And then the thumb behind it is kind of represents the ego behind the self. So as yogis, really what the term yogi means is a truth seeker, and truth meaning self with a capital S, seeker. There's all different kinds of definitions and how they resonate with each of us as truth seekers. But for whatever that means for you, I just kind of want you to close your eyes and let your thumbs touch and reflect on that a little bit. Sitting up nice and tall, but relaxing throughout your shoulders and your face. And as we begin our practice, allow the divine spirit to wash over you, to integrate with your practice today. That divine spirit is exactly what leads us to finding our self with a capital S, our truth with a capital T. Allow your breath to deepen. Feel this sense of nourishment that your breath brings to you, to your body in a physical sense, to your mind, to your emotions, and of course to your spirit. Take one more deep breath in and a long breath out. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Fingers touch, palms touch. Clasp all your fingers together and then just send your palms away from you to straighten out your elbows. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed, or if you prefer, open them up and just bring your drishti to maybe that middle finger, that knuckle that's right there in front of you. Release your fingers, but keep your hands out in front of you. Left palm faces down, and then with your right hand, just press your fingers gently towards, or I'm sorry, your left palm faces up. I apologize. Your fingers are facing down. We're just going to give ourselves a nice forearm stretch. But go nice and easy. If that's too much, then release a little bit. And then switch to the other hand. Right fingers down, right palm is up. Come back to the center. Now both palms face down and just send your fingers up toward the ceiling. Imagine that you're in a plank pose here. Press away from you. Spread your fingers apart. And now just circle your wrists. Good. Bring your hands down to your lap. Take your left hand to your right knee. Go ahead and take a twist. Sit up nice and tall. Take a breath in and a breath out. On your inhale, come back to center. And on your exhale, take it over to the other side. Still sitting nice and tall. Come back around to the center. Take your right hand down, take your left arm overhead, a little side stretch. And then to the other direction. Reach that right tricep over your ear. Very nice. Come back to the center. Come to all fours. And then come down to your forearms. Your hips are still lifted. Straighten your right leg back behind you, and then your left leg. You're in a forearm plank. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Another breath in. Lower your thighs down to the floor. Stay on your forearms for a Sphinx pose. Just getting into the low back a little bit here. Keep the tops of your feet pressing down. Heart and chest press forward. Breathe in through your nose. And as you exhale, bring your forehead and your chest down to the floor. You can even stack your palms one on top of the other. So your forehead comes to the top of your hand. And now set up for cobra pose. Bending your elbows, slide your palms back towards your hips, or at least to low on your rib cage. Keep your elbows really squeezed in, so hug them in. Inhale, press your upper body up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift for cobra. Exhale, lower down. Feel the triceps engage as you come down. Inhale, lift. You'll feel them here too. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes under. Lift up, high plank. Take a breath in. Knees to the mat. Breathe out. Inhale for cow pose. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. 3 more rounds, you guys, on your own. And after your 3rd round, go ahead and add any other movement that you need. into child's pose. And downward facing dog. Just walk your hands forward a bit. Pedal your knees. Walk your feet up to your hands. Find your rag doll. Drop your head. Keep your breath moving though, just like you were in your easy seat. Release your hands to the floor. Come to a halfway lift, hands to your shins, and a forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. One more time, halfway lift, forward fold. Rise for Tadasana. Breathe in as you come up. And as you exhale, bring your right arm behind you, twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, left arm behind you, twist to the left. Inhale, back to mountain. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back for mountain. Exhale, twist to the left. See if you can keep your shoulders at the same level. I have a really hard time getting my left shoulder down. Inhale, back up for mountain. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale to the left. Now just return to mountain pose. Breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift. High plank. Take a breath in. Forearm plank, breathe out. Inhale. Lower your thighs down, set up for Sphinx pose. Exhale. Inhale, send your heart and chest forward, thighs are down, you're in Sphinx pose. And then as you exhale, bring your forehead down to your stacked hands. Set up for Cobra. Breathe in, lift just your upper body. Breathe out, lower down. Inhale, upper body lift. Exhale, lower down. One more time, breathe it in. Lower down. Tuck your toes under, press up, high plank. All the way back to down dog. Take a breath. Empty out. Lift high to your toes. Bend into your knees, empty your lungs all the way, travel to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up, mountain. Exhale, twist to the right. Mountain pose. Twist to the left. Mountain pose, stay here. Forward fold, empty out. Halfway lift, inhale. High plank, exhale. Lower to forearm plank. And then come down to Sphinx. Breathe in. Lower your forehead and chest down. Set up for Cobra. Inhale, come up for Cobra. Exhale, come down. We'll do 2 more of those. Inhale, lift up for Cobra. Exhale, take it down. Last Cobra. Come all the way down. Tuck your toes under, high plank, down dog. To your toes, bend deep, float to your hands. Halfway, and fold. Mountain pose. Upright twist to the right. Mountain, upright twist to the left. Mountain pose, forward fold. Halfway, high plank. Hold it here in your high plank. And lower now to Chaturanga, just halfway down. Squeeze your rib cage with your elbows, just like you did in Cobra pose. Inhale, upward dog, or you could come to cobra. Downward facing dog. Take a breath. Empty out. Lift your right leg up high. Circle your right ankle around. Bend your right knee, open your hip. Step forward, low lunge. Left foot forward, chair pose. Take a breath. Sink a little deeper. Reach your fingers up and forward fold. Step your left foot back. Easy twist. Right arm goes up. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up high. Bend your knee, open your hip. Circle your ankle around. And step it forward, low lunge. Right foot forward, chair. Take a breath. Empty it out. Sink into your heels a little bit more. Squeeze your inner thighs. Belly into your spine. And forward fold. Step your right foot back. Easy twist. Your left arm goes up. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. To your left elbow. Back to your right elbow. Keep it here. Plant your foot down. Warrior one. Inhale, rise up. Stay as you exhale. Track your right knee out towards your right pinky toe a little bit more. So use the outside of your right, that's your front leg, the outside of that right thigh, your abductors. Chaturanga, take it all the way down. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up high. Take your knee to your left elbow, to the right elbow, back to the left, and hold it. Warrior one, plant it down, rise up, and exhale out. Now track that front knee out towards your left pinky toe. Use the outside of that left leg. Breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Upward. Downward facing dog. Right foot lifts high. Take your knee to your elbow. And to your left elbow. Back to the right. Warrior one. Plant. Chaturanga. Exhale, big. Upward dog. Downward facing. Left side, lift the left leg. Knee to left elbow. To the right. To the left and hold. Warrior one. Rise. Chaturanga. Exhale. Use your breath to take you through this vinyasa. Moving all the way back into your down dog. Pedal your knees out. Lift up to your toes. Bend into your knees. Float to your hands. Halfway. And fold. Chair pose. Now as you exhale, take your right arm to the back. Take that upright chair twist. Keep low though in your chair. So into your heels. Booty is back behind you. Come back up to chair. Bring the right arm forward. And then take it to the left. So it's still just an upright chair twist. Drop that left shoulder back. Come back up to chair, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway, chaturanga. Upward. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high. Warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing. Left side, warrior one. Picking up a little bit of speed, warrior two, exhale out. Reverse your warrior in. Chaturanga, take it all the way through. So even though we're picking up speed, our breath is still unhurried, and so are we. Take a breath in. And an exhale out. Right leg high. Warrior one. Exhale to two. Reverse your warrior, breathe in. Side plank, your left arm comes down, your right arm goes up. Lift your right leg. Wild thing, bend your right knee, press your right foot into the floor. Darina, I hope you can do this one without hitting your bed there. If not, just stay in your side plank. Do the best that you can. Three-legged dog, leave that right leg up high. Step forward, warrior one. Exhale to two. Reverse your warrior. Half moon, right arm goes down, left arm goes up. Turn your left big toe up towards the ceiling. Yeah. And then stack your left shoulder on top of your right. So you might need to hug it in a little bit more towards your spine. Both of those shoulder blades probably. Good. Chair pose. Take your time getting there. Breathe in. Twist to the right, breathe out. Keep it upright though. Back to chair. Take it to the left, upright. Back to chair pose. And forward fold. Halfway, chaturanga. Upward, downward. Lift your left leg up high. Warrior one. Exhale to two. Reverse your warrior. Side plank, right arm down, left arm goes up. Right into wild thing. Just go right there. Lift that left leg. Upper body is really nice and open here. Three-legged dog, left leg high. Warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse. Half moon. So it could feel different on this side. So just be curious for what's going on in the right hip and that left standing leg. Right toe, big toe is up towards the ceiling. Chair pose. Get deep. Now bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in. Twist to the right. This time we are taking elbow to the outside of our right knee or thigh. If it doesn't go that far, that's perfectly fine. You can also take your feet wider and take your left hand to your right knee. And that right arm can go up or back behind you. I'm demoing what that looks like right now. If you would like to try this, even if you are able to do that full twist, this might be something that your body enjoys today. And come back to center. Take it to the left. Take your attention to a body part that maybe you feel extra tension this morning. And just stay with that space and your breath. Imagine the breath moving through that space and starting to release or untangle some of those knots or tension that's building up. Maybe it's not in a specific body part, maybe it's somewhere in your mind. Forward fold. And you can still keep your breath and your mind on that same place as we move our body in a different shape. Come to a halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing. Lift your right leg up high. Actually, bring it back down. Come forward to a high plank. I changed my mind there. Thanks for sticking with me. All right, now bring your knees down to the floor. Walk your hands towards your thighs so you're kneeling. And then step your right foot forward for kneeling crescent. Start by reaching your arms up towards the ceiling, but then take a few moments, a few breaths to take this somewhere different. So for me, I'm going to bend my back knee, catch my back foot. My left, actually both of my hip flexors are super tight today, so this feels really good in my body. Maybe in your body, you don't want to bend your knee, but you want to clasp your fingers at your low back or tweak some other twists. So just feel your way through this kneeling crescent. We'll be coming here again, but probably not spending this much time. So really be in this present moment, right here, in this kneeling crescent. Squeezing every little benefit out of it. If you have your back foot in your hand, release it. Take your hands to the floor, standing split. Pressing into the right foot, lift the left leg. Try and keep that left hip closed as best as you can, but your right knee can be bent a little bit if that helps you. Engage through your core. Your core really needs to work for this pose. And now lighten up a bit so that you're on your tippy fingers, at the very tips of those fingers. We're going to come into that arrow mudra that I talked about at the very beginning, right before we started our practice. So clasp your fingers together, release your thumb and index finger. So yes, your hands are not supporting you. That's what's happening here in this standing split. You got it though. Step back to crescent lunge. Keep your arrow mudra. Reach up, breathe in. Take an awkward reverse. Breathe out. So right arm back, just like that upright twist. Come back up for crescent. Warrior two, open. Flip your front palm. Keep your eyes focused right on the center of your palm. Keep them there, but reverse your warrior. Reach way back. So bring your eyes back with you. Extended side angle. Right arm down, left arm up. And just let those right fingertips either graze your mat, or maybe they don't even touch at all. Use your right elbow or tricep to press your right thigh open. Reach your top arm overhead. Reach your bottom arm forward. So palms are facing each other. Bring your palms together. Elbows are straight for now. Keep your palms as they are, but bend your elbows. So you're making like a triangle, or actually I think it looks like a Hershey kiss right over my head. Try and roll the left shoulder down. I know it's trying to creep up. Keep it back behind you. Keep your core engaged. Rise up to warrior two. Star pose. Take a breath in. Warrior two to the back of your mat. Breathe out. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. Standing split. Exhale. So you're at the back of your mat. Your right leg is lifted. Keep your right hand down at the floor. Left arm comes up for a revolved half moon. Just do your best here. We've done a lot of twisting already, so we're pretty prepped for this, right? Not that it's easy by any means. And land in warrior two, still facing the back of the mat. Star pose, take a big inhale. Warrior two to the front. Exhale. Reverse your warrior. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing. Breathe in. And all the way out. Come forward to a high plank. Rock forward even more. Lower your knees down to the mat. Walk your hands towards your thighs so that you're kneeling. And step your left foot forward, kneeling crescent. And take some time here, just like you did on the other side. Taking the same variation or maybe something different. See if you can close your eyes here. What does that happen to your balance? I feel a lot of shaking happening in my left ankle and my eyes are closed. The beauty of that means I really can't focus on anything else or worry about my to-do list or anything else because I'm so present. I have to be, otherwise I'll fall over. If you have your back foot, release it nice and gently. Hands to the floor, standing splits. Get very light on those fingertips. Come into arrow mudra. So your index fingers are pointing straight down, probably at the second or third toe. Crescent lunge, take it slow. Slow, slow, slow. Upright twist, drop your left arm back so you're twisting over your left thigh. It's an awkward reverse, but you're still upright. Come back to crescent lunge, breathe in. Warrior two, breathe out. Track your knee out to the left, take a breath in. And a big breath out. Star pose, inhale. Warrior two to the back of your mat, exhale. You know what I forgot? Come back to warrior two, facing the front of your mat. So your left foot is forward. You're looking over your left fingertips. Reverse your warrior. Breathe in. Extended side angle. Left hand down, right arm up. Take your bottom arm, reach it forward. And your top arm overhead. Bring your palms together. Elbows are straight for now. Bend into your front knee a little bit more. And then bend your elbows. Feel your right shoulder slide down your back. Feel that action happening. Go ahead and just stay here and breathe. Feel that heat building, that tapas or that self-discipline. That's what that is. Tapas is one of the niyamas, one of those ethical little gems or pearls that we have in yoga. Burning off what we don't need. Rise up to warrior two. Aren't you guys glad I remembered to do that? Star pose, take a breath in. Two to the back of your mat, breathe it out. Stay here, breathe in. And breathe out. Reverse your warrior, inhale. Come into standing split, exhale. Drop your head. Revolved half moon. Take your right arm up. Left finger stay at the floor. Keep your palm facing away from your body. Try and get a little bit lighter in the left fingertips. Maybe really light, like maybe your fingers can float. Step back to warrior two, facing the back still. Star pose. Two to the front of the room. Reverse your warrior. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing. Very, very nice. Pedal your knees out here. Bring your knees to the floor. Walk your hands to your thighs. Step your right foot forward for kneeling crescent. Reach your arms up. Hands to the floor, standing split. Arrow mudra. Crescent lunge. Awkward reverse. Come all the way around to warrior two, facing the front of your mat. Reverse your warrior, breathe it in. Straighten out your front knee as you exhale outwards, reaching back. Triangle pose. So start to reach now, your right arm forward and take your right hand back behind you, either to your ankle or your block. Start to bend a little bit into your right knee. Come up to warrior two. Take star. Take a little bit of a back bend. Cross arena. And here in this wide fold, we're going to vary up the arms a little bit. So take your left arm straight and walk it forward, as far forward as you can get it. And then your right arm also straight, but back behind you. So if we were at a clock right now, our left hand would be at 12 and our right would be at 6. Drop your head. And switch your arms. Slide your right arm forward, bring your left arm back. And your fingertips are facing away from each other. I should have mentioned that on the other side. Very nice. Walk your hands back to the center. Come into a lizard lunge. So right foot is leading. Walk it out towards the right side of your mat. Come down to your forearms. It's up to you what you want to do with the back knee. You can keep it lifted like mine is right now. And now I'm going to bring it all the way to the mat and tuck my toes so that the top of my foot is pressing down. The sole of your right foot is facing the inside of your mat. If you'd like to add a twist, then come up to your left palm, bend your back knee, catch your back foot. And take a look over your right shoulder. The more you pull that back leg in towards you, that heel towards your booty, the more of a quad stretch you'll get. If you have your back foot, release it. Let's go into either a half or a full split. It's up to you what you want to do. Your right leg will be forward. Your left leg is back behind you. If you have a block, you could take your block and kind of slide it underneath your right hip, your right butt cheek. I'm going to do that today and then bring my arms up. Believe it or not, this actually feels better in my body than when I fold forward. wherever you are, whatever phase of this split or half split you're in, allow your drishti to be focused on something. Allow your eyes to just kind of soften around one point. And take 3 more breaths. We're going to meet in down dog. There are lots of ways to get there, as many people as there are. That's how many ways there are to get there, pretty much. So take what works for you. You can pedal things out if you need. And then come down to your knees. Walk your hands towards your thighs, kneeling. Step your left foot forward for kneeling crescent. Take a breath in. Standing split, breathe out. Find your mudra, your arrow mudra. Step it back, crescent lunge. Take your upright twist. If you want to add that awkward reverse, you can. That's a really nice hip flexor stretch. Come back to your upright twist. Back to crescent. Warrior 2, open up. Stay right here, breathe in and breathe out. Reverse your warrior, straighten out your front knee. Call this, I'm forgetting right now. It'll come to me. And then come into triangle pose. That was called peaceful warrior when we take that reverse with the straight front knee. Feeling a sense of peace right now, even in this triangle pose. Go ahead and bring your right hand to the floor. We're just gonna go right into that lizard lunge from here. So walk your left foot out to the side. Come to the outer edge of your left foot. And make your way down to wherever you wanna be in this lizard. We'll take about 5 more breaths. And that's a pretty good amount of time. So you are not in a hurry or a rush. You have time to really experience what's going on in your body. And if there's a variation that you want to explore, then go for it. Our next pose is that split or half split Hanumanasana. But if you're in a really nice place right now and you're not ready to move, then don't feel obligated to. So just take your time. I would offer also that mudra that we did at the beginning of practice, where you stacked your right palm on top of your left and made the triangle with your thumbs. Take a breath in Exhale it out. Move back into your down dog. Take your time. Again, no hurry to get there. Pedal out anything that needs to be pedaled or moved. Shake out your head, shake it yes and no, and then yes again. Lift your right leg up high. Take it forward for half pigeon. An option with your arms in this half pigeon, so your right shin is forward. You can walk your arms kind of over towards the right corner of the mat, and you could even take your right arm behind you. That will intensify the stretch. And then here you really want to focus on breathing into that left side body, trying to relax it as much as you can. This, of course, is just an option, so don't feel obligated to go here either. You can go anywhere that feels good in your body. Press your palms into the floor. Lift your upper body. Send your heart and chest forward. Downward facing dog. Lift your left leg. Half pigeon. Same options here with the upper body. You can block your arms over, this time to the left corner. You can drop your left arm back behind you, pressing the right palm into the floor. Breathing into your whole right side body. And allow any sounds that are happening in the space around you, allow them to kind of just be integrated with your practice, rather than resisting them or spending the energy on trying to ignore them. Just let them be. Let it just be a part of this pose, this experience. Don't label it or get caught up in it, but just let it be. Come back to center. Press your heart and chest forward. Come back to down dog. Just to give the hips and the feet, the top of the feet especially, a chance to get the fresh blood flowing back. All right. Okay, come all the way down to your bellies. All the way down, down. Take your arms behind you. Clasp your fingers at your low back. Now lift just your upper body. Lift up just a little higher. And stay right here. Take one more breath in. And then come all the way down. Bring your hands back in front of you like we did at the beginning of practice. Kind of make a little pillow for your forehead. Stacking one palm on top of the other. And then press your forehead into that palm. Upper body stays down, pressing into the floor. Left leg stays long, right leg is long, but you're going to lift just your right leg up off the floor. And lower that right leg down. Now do the same with your left leg. Lift just your left leg. And lower it down. Now thinking about the muscles that are at the base of your spine, like surrounding your low back, like by your sacrum, I want you to use those muscles to lift both of your legs up off the mat. See if you can keep your arches towards each other. If that's too much on your low back, then take your feet wider. Start to swim with your legs, just your legs. Flutter your legs. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Drop your feet down. Bend both of your knees. Drop your legs from side to side. You might even want to make circles in one direction, the other direction. Very nice. Go ahead and press back into a child's pose. And come to your back. Bend your knees, just like we were, but now we're flipped over on our backs. Bend your knees. Press your feet into the floor. Draw your belly in. Lift your hips a little bit, just a little bit. Clasp your fingers together, and then roll your shoulder blades together. But now lift your hips up even higher, and see if you can get your shoulder blades even closer to each other, hugging into the spine. Notice what's happening with your knees. Are they kind of splaying out to the sides? Try and bring them so they're right over your ankles. Lift up a little higher. Hold it, hold it, hold it. But keep your breath moving, nice and easy. And lower your hips down. You can unclasp your fingers. Draw your knees into your chest. Round out that spine. Bring your feet back to the floor. Your choice, bridge or wheel. Up you go. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your hips down. Draw your knees into your chest. Last one, yogi's choice, bridge or wheel. Up you go. Go right now. Lift it, lift it, lift it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Engage your inner thighs. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bottoms of your feet together. If your hand is on your heart, maybe you can feel your heart beating. Start to slow your breath. Bring your knees together. Draw them in nice and tight. One more time. And extend your legs straight up towards your ceiling. Viparita Karani, or leg up the wall, or shoulder stand. If you still have lots of energy and you want to take it to the wall, or even not to the wall, and try a headstand or a handstand, that can be fun. Just get those legs up high. Hips above your heart. Blood flowing in the opposite direction. If you're in shoulder stand, take it to plow. And if you're in plow, take it to that man's pose. Bend your knee. Hug your knees in towards your ears. Good. All right, roll all the way out. Take one happy baby. And from happy baby, let's move to supine twist. Drop your knees to the right, eyes look to the left. And switch directions. Try and keep your shoulder blades down on the mat. Come back through the center. Set yourself up for Shavasana, or corpse pose. Legs are as wide as you are comfortable, and upper body is open. Palms are up or down, up to you, or maybe you want to take a mudra. But just let your practice kind of wash over you. You've moved a lot, you've twisted, folded, and now it's time to just be still. Slowly begin to invite movements into your body. Reconnect with your breath. Feel how your breath is unhurried, signaling to you that you are unhurried, which allows you to be clear and composed and insightful. Start to move in a way that wakes you so that you're able to eventually come up into a seated position. We will end our practice in the same easy seat with the same mudra that we had at the beginning of class. Palms up, thumbs touching each other, right thumb on top. Feeling a little bit closer to that S with the capital S, or that self with the capital S. Reminding ourselves to take time throughout our day to tune into that divine spirit. Bring your palms together. Send your thumb knuckles up to your third eye center. The divine light in me sees and honors the divine light in each of you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this morning. And as we bow forward, let's bid each other namaste. Okay. All right, friends.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm doing a power flow with weights at 5:30 if you can join me.
Thank you.
Right. Have a great day. You're welcome. Bye. And there's nothing at the end of practice to chat, so. Bye.